Welcome to the Roadman Christmas gift guide.
Welcome back. So today's gift guide, it's 100 items. Some of these are actually my wish list, and others it kind of acts as if you're going to pick up something for somebody you love. I suppose the demographic that we're talking about is it's definitely cyclists, road riders, gravel riders, a couple fringing on mountain bike, but more kind of a lifetime Grand Prix series like Leadville type races. Some tech stuff, some apparel. It's a comprehensive list.
It's very comprehensive. We've got, I think, 100 items here.
I think it's a few more. I snuck a few extra in.
We're going to get through them pretty quickly, aren't we? I'm going to have a couple of questions because a lot of this looks like gobbledygook. But
yeah, so we should say it is my list and not Sarah's list. And Sarah, I better get something off this for Christmas.
Absolutely, of course.
Go. Number one, it's tail fin aero pack for bike packing. Used it in bike packing this year. Couldn't live without it. It's a gem.
The next is Silka titanium bottle cages. They're amazing. How many gravel races did we do last year? And we saw millions of bottles that had sprung out of people's gravel bikes as they were riding. So really get good bottle cages.
The third one, if you want to geek out, it's titanium bottle cages for those bottle cages from Silka. Also from Silka. Nerdy, but cool.
You might say bottle cage bolts. You missed the word bolts there. Okay, next up is the Wahoo Ace bike computer. You need a bike computer.
Good maps. Can't beat it. Next up is the Exposure MK17 lights. You don't know what these are, Sarah, but you'll be getting familiar with them. They're the type of lights you would use for riding all night in Badlands. So, yeah, get yourself a good light.
I should put them on my list. Blackburn Outpost front rack. Now, we're not talking about the rack that you're thinking about in your head there. This is something completely different.
This is like if you're bike packing. This is if you're doing errands on your bike. It gives you that functionality to add extra packs to the front of your bike. Really cool.
USWE Outlander 2-litre backpack. Again, something I'm going to have to probably purchase.
Yeah, it's a hydration pack. There's loads of different hydration packs. Camelback and stuff do them. This one, it's the coolest. It's the most aero. It gives you the best ventilation. I've tried maybe 5 different packs. This one's the winner.
Yeah, you love that one, don't you?
Next one is the tail fin frame bag. I use this all year round. I use it on my gravel bike, just underneath the crossbar. Fill it with everything. It just saves me packing up my rear pocket all the time. Rain jackets, tools, food, everything goes into it. I love it, and they're made to measure.
Next one is Crank Brothers wheel bag.
Who doesn't need a wheel bag? Not much more to say there.
Yeah, keep your wheels nice and safe.
Number 10, Knog PWR Mountain 2000L front light. It's a front light. Be seen. Not as strong. It's not one you'd use for all night. This is more like I want to be seen rather than I want to see where I'm going.
Next up is Tire Insert tubeless tire inserts.
Tire inserts are the way. Everyone's going to be using these next year. Perfect setup. It's sealant, tire insert, good tire, way you go. Bomb proof.
Yeah, we missed a few tire inserts over the course of the year this year. I'm definitely going to be getting some of those. The next up is Zip 404 Firecrest wheel set. It
was my goal, but I let that slip. Zip wheel set is one of the best wheel sets on the market. Since I got started, I've always wanted to own a set of Zips. I never have. Everyone that has them loves them.
Do you like the big Zip decal on the side?
Yeah, I love everything about Zip.
Do you know, I don't like the decal, but that's just a personal
Number
thing.
13 is the Wahoo Kicker version 5 Smart Trainer. I spoke to John Archibald and he was saying time trial extraordinaire, and he was saying that he does every single session indoors, interval session indoors in the time trial position on his time trial bike, nailed on his Wahoo Kicker. So
there you go. Next up is the Garmin Varia rear light. This tops the poll every single year when cyclists are asked what their most valued piece of bike equipment is. That's the rear light. It basically will kind of start alarming even more when a car kind of comes from behind and starts approaching you. And you can now get them where they have a camera built into them as well. So that's always a brilliant, brilliant gift.
The next few are from a cool brand I stumbled across on Instagram. Haven't actually bought anything from them yet, but I'm hoping I'll get something for Christmas, Sarah. It's called Tons, Tons, and the first one is a bike wall mount. Cool, stylish solution for storing your bike on the wall.
Yep, they also have a gear organizer and a laptop race table. And the thing about these is they're quite beautiful. It's almost like something that I'm not going to say I'd let you put one up in the living room, one of the bike mounts, but they are very sleek and kind of beautiful looking.
Number 18 is an engraved top tube cap, because why not? Yeah,
well, you can get something motivational written on it, like, you know, dig deep, don't be...
I hate those cringy things.
Can work for some people. And then the last one on this one is bike decals. So you can get, some people love them, some people hate them. I know that one of the guys in our Roadman group, he always has a picture of a cat on his bike. So I don't know what that's
Sure,
about,
Johannes.
Yeah, there you go.
So the next category, so we've done 19 already. The next category I want to roll into is tools and maintenance. But before I do, I know we've had a lot of people who love the podcast. They're saying 3 podcasts a week. It's a lot to digest. It's a lot to take in. And I feel you, I hear you on that. So we started putting together a newsletter, and the newsletter is taking the very best tip from the week and putting that into a 4-minute or less email that someone gets every Saturday morning. The newsletter is called The Saturday Ride, which we're very pleased with that name. The Saturday Spin. We're very pleased with that name. So you can sign up for that newsletter. It's roadmancycling.com/Saturday Spin.
Okay, next on to bike tools and maintenance. Right, I'll crack in first. We've got the Silka T-Ratchet and T-Torque toolkit. I want this.
Number 21 is the Park Tool Home Mechanic Kit, if you're looking to spend a little bit more.
Yeah, another one I'd love. We've got the Top Peak Ratchet Rocket.
Number 23 is Pedro's Bike Cleaning Kit.
Number 24 is the Tool Chariot Cross 2 Bike Trailer. What's that?
The bike trailer clips onto your rear of your car.
And put your dog in it.
No. You put your dog onto the rear of your car? How
cruel
are you?
I thought it was a bike trailer that you put in the back of your bike. And
no, you clip on your bike onto the back of your car so you can transport it.
Gotcha. Okay.
Number 25 is the Muck Off Ultimate Cleaning Brush Set. We have that in the house.
We do. Crank Brothers M19 multi-tool. Don't leave home without your multi-tool.
I've been rocking one of those for about 10 years. It's rusted to pieces and it's still working great.
Yeah, bulletproof.
Number 27 is the Lesign Tubeless Repair Kit. We used this in Girona for the first time out on the gravel. I was a little bit skeptical, but it works really well. Dyno Plug is another one you could throw in there as well. They work brilliant.
Yeah, the Lesign one, definitely goes out of a few tricky situations. Muck Off BAM.
Get you out of a tricky situation as well.
Tricky situation,
That's sealant and CO2 all in one can.
Yeah.
More if you're racing or something and you just need to get out of a hole quick.
Then we've got Stan's No Tubes Tyre Sealant. So tyre sealant, great stock and filler for any cyclist.
Yeah, tyre sealant. If you can't get Stan's, Silka do a good one, Muck Off do a good one, Orange Seal do a good one. Sealant is life.
Sealant is
not sexy, but it's a good present.
Next up, we've got Silka Floor Pump. I mean, you're going to need a floor pump. Get rid of your hand pump for home. It just makes your life so much easier.
I've kind of cannibalised number 31 because I mentioned it already. It's the Dynaplug Tubeless Tyre Repair Kit.
Yeah.
Top class.
Oh, this one I would absolutely give my firstborn for. That is Park Tools Pro Mechanic Bike Stand. I'd love that. That would be such a cool gift for somebody.
That's the nice one where your front wheel comes off and your rear wheel sits. It's a nice bike stand. It's a nice bike stand.
Yeah, for sure.
Number 33, again, something I've used for a long time, is the Evoque saddlebag. It's a lot of space in it. You can put 3 tubes in there if you're going out for a long day on the gravel. Super little bag.
There's nothing as frustrating as having a saddlebag that is too small to fit all your bits in. You can't open it, the zip jams. So
yeah, we have the Silka one. It fits nothing.
It doesn't fit anything. Yeah, the Evoque one is really good. Okay, next, which I absolutely love as well, saves you putting an actual rack onto your car, is a Sea Sucker roof rack. We get asked all of the time, does it work? Are your bikes safe? I can confirm I drove my bikes into a low gate when it was on the roof of my car and they stayed still. Pulled the roof off, but definitely a great gift.
Number 35, if you're traveling a lot, you need a good bike bag. I'm speaking to myself here. My box is rickety. Skycon do the nicest bike bag that I've seen out there. Evoque probably in second place, but Skycon or Evoque bike bags.
Okay, next up we have the Kryptonite New York Forget About It chain. Forget about it.
If you're pedaling into the city and you have a nice bike, someone's going to look at your bike, they're going to think about robbing it, and they're going to say,
forget about it. Terrible New York accent. I'm so sorry for it to everybody. Okay, the next one we have is cable and combination lock.
Okay, let me explain this one, because this is something one of the lads in the Roadman Spin gifted me a small little cable, and we used it bike packing like every day. So you'll cut through this almost with a scissors, but you're stopping opportune thieves. So when you're going bike packing, you wrap this cable around a small little combination lock. It means you can run into the coffee shop in Albania without worrying about your bikes just disappearing and walking off from kids taking them.
Yeah, it's something small, but really, really, really useful. Camelback Podium Dirt Series water bottle.
Who doesn't need water bottles? Number 39 is a VeloSox bike cover. If you're living in an apartment or a house where you're bringing your bikes in and you don't want the wheels ruining your carpets or good floors, this is ideal.
It is really ideal, and they come in a million kind of fun. Some of them are hideous designs, but you can kind of get some cool ones as well. Next one is Ride Wrap. What's this?
I only discovered this last week. This is an all bike decal that covers your bike.
Your complete bike.
Yeah, so it's dual purpose. It protects the frame and it stops muck sticking to it. They also come in really cool designs, so you can get like a custom one-off ones for your event or something like that. I think you're going to see a lot more people using Ride Wrap.
That's pretty cool.
next
It's like
season.
getting a new spray paint job
It's
every
brilliant.
time.
And it's phenomenal. I found them on Instagram. Alex Wiles pointed me in the direction of them, and really interesting. Check them out.
That's pretty cool. Okay, next we're going to move on to experiences. I think experiences are a phenomenal gift for the cyclist in your life. First up, we have the Tap Events series. I am personally signed up for the Las Vegas event. That's on the 4th of May in Las Vegas, Nevada. I think you might be coming along with me, Anthony.
I don't know, Sarah. Am I? It's my Christmas
I don't know
present.
what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. I don't know if I want you there. We actually got a discount code as well. I'm going to put that in the show notes. Roadman20 will get you 20% off that. I can't wait for that event. An event is a beautiful gift.
I've never been to Vegas. Yeah, events and experiences are brilliant. A good one, and this isn't like a package holiday like a Tap or something like that. This is just go to the classics. Pick one of the classics, the Flandrian classics, and go and see Ron van Vlaanderen. It's meant to be the experience of a lifetime.
Bike packing adventure in Patagonia. That's a pretty big gift.
It's
for
a big
somebody.
gift, but that stuff cheaper than you think. Like the bike packing we done this year in Albania and Bosnia and Slovenia, it doesn't cost a fortune. It's 2 flights. It's sleeping pretty rough and ready.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's an amazing present if someone got it for you.
Next one I absolutely love, and I really need this because even though I'm not a very dedicated mountain biker, doing some mountain biking last year really helps with my road and my gravel handling skills. So a mountain bike skills camp is such a cool idea.
And number 45, something which we are going to announce soon, is a Roadman first ever, or is it second ever? We done one and then we discontinued them. But anyway, we'll say the first ever Roadman gravel camp. So we're going to announce this pretty soon.
Yeah, we'll probably announce it directly after Christmas, so we'll be running that.
So watch this space. It is going to be limited to like maybe 10, 12 people.
It has to be small, I'm afraid.
So if you're interested, pop me or Sarah a message and we'll get you onto the wait list for that.
Next up, we have Le Blanc Tour.
Never been on this. This is a high-end cycling experience where a lot of the cycling celebrities are on it. You know, Orla Chenois, Matt Stevens, Mark Cavendish.
They go to a really bougie place and
like
have really nice dinners.
And I think Matt Stevens broke his pelvis this year at it. But yeah, wouldn't let that dissuade you. It looks decent.
It does seem like a very, very high-end, bougie, once in a lifetime
Could be cheaper to go bike packing in Patagonia.
Next up is something kind of wild and out there like the Transcordilleras, which you are doing in February. There's still availability to sign up for that. So if you want to send somebody that
if you want to be friends with
Lachlan is going. And
Alex Howes is going.
And there's some apparently ex-NFL players, some really, really superstars of other sports that
NBA
retired.
player going as well.
Yeah, so check that out. I know there's something wild I'm going to be doing will be Badlands. That's happening in Spain. So think outside the box when you are thinking about events.
Or don't think outside the box and just get someone a voucher for the Gravel Earth series or sign up for one of the events for that.
Yep. Okay, next up we have a mechanics skills course. Again, something that you can't put money on, can you, if you know how to work on your bike?
We're into hardware. So biking is going to change where gravel and mountain biking are almost morphing, and more people are using dropper seat posts even inside in gravel. So we're recommending the RockShox Reverb AXS XPLR dropper seat posts.
Wow, that was beautifully done. And we are seeing dropper seat posts in the World Tour. Matej Mohoric
occasionally seeing them.
famously descended like a demon with a dropper seat post last year. Next up, of course, is the 4 Eyes Power Meter. Power Meter, it's an amazing training tool.
Affordable, accurate, top class.
Yeah.
Number 52 is my favourite tyres, the Specialized Pathfinder 47mm tyres.
Yeah,
gravel.
They're great. Then we have GP 5000 TR 28mm for...
STR, I omitted the S from that list.
STR for your road bike.
Yep, 28 mils. Number 54 is the K-Edge bike computer mount. It's just a beautiful piece of craftsmanship.
Next up, this is also for someone you really love, the Mariposa bike.
Probably my dream bike. It's built by Mike Barry, former Team Sky, HTC rider, handmade in Toronto. Mike and his wife, Dee Dee, both ex-pros. Just so much love in that bike. I've had a chance to ride one once and it was just an absolute dream.
Yeah, that is cool. Next up.
Repete bikes.
I give that one to you because I didn't know how to pronounce it.
I was over in Prague last week or 2 weeks ago and I got a chance to visit the Repete factory. It gave me the Mariposa vibes. If you're looking for the Mariposa of Europe, I'm calling that Repete. Should be their tagline.
Okay, next is K-Edge Chain Catcher. Are these cool?
It's very cool.
Is it?
Yeah,
okay.
Your list will be so not cool.
No.
This is, everything here so far is cool. Number 58, borderline not cool. It's a GoPro Hero 10 black camera. The videos are kind of cool that it makes, so that's why I put it in.
Yeah, I just promise that you won't bore your family and friends with all your B-roll footage of you descending. Don't go there.
Number 59, what's cooler than coming home from a spin dry and clean? The SKS Speed Rocker mudguards.
Yeah, coming home with a nice dry ass
Yep.
is always a pleasure. Next up is the SRM heart rate strap.
Recently found out that SRM have the most accurate heart rate straps. They're industry leaders, pioneers. I had Yuli, the founder, on the podcast not too long ago, talking about how he created the parameter. Their heart rate strap is as good. Boom, that's why it's on the list.
This is this is one of those gifts that a non-cyclist will listen to and be like, no, that's really random and stupid, but I can tell you a cyclist would love that present. The next up is Fox Racing Shocks 34 Float Factory Fork.
Yeah, we're talking more about cycling merging disciplines. So if you're going to do something like Leadville, you seen Dylan Johnson last year riding on a gravel bike with a front fork. And so that's the sort of fork you could use for something like that.
Then we've got the Prologo Scratch M5 saddle.
Beautiful saddle. One of my favourites ever made.
It's not on the list, but I have to give a shout out to ISM. I ride their saddle. It's changed my life. Next up is the Brooks England Cambium C17 saddle.
This is what we need for the Brompton. This is like just a cool classic saddle. Beautiful. Which leads me into number 64, a Brompton.
Yeah. Oh, again, you want to be pretty good. You won't have been on the naughty list at all.
Not as good as for
year.
number 65.
An electric Brompton.
What's better than a Brompton?
You know that they also do, there's a new Brompton out that is more based for like kind of almost like gravel riding. It's got a much thicker wheel, like you're able to put much thicker tires on it. Yeah, it looks kind of cool, but that was what they were launching in Seattle this year.
Interestingly, with Brompton, so speaking to the CEO, the data's all around how long someone is willing to be on a bike. And so that's why the electric one has, taken a lot of popularity, because if you're willing to be on the bike for 20 minutes, now for the electric one, you can just go further in that 20 minutes. So it's brilliant. Yeah,
they're really, really cool. We use ours at least once a day. NVSES Aero Handlebar.
Just cool set of handlebars.
Yeah. Then we've got the Nimble shoes.
The coolest shoes in the world tour at the moment.
You've been drooling over these for a couple of months now.
So I'll tell you what, if anyone wants to get me a set of these, I've been gradually building gift vouchers for a shop that has these. I think I'm up to 150 or 200 euro.
Yeah.
I might get another 50 quid for Christmas. I think the shoes are like 450, which pains me. Number 68 is a Rocket coffee machine. We recently stayed in an apartment in Girona and they had a Rocket coffee machine. Almost paid for itself there for the month out there.
Massive no for me. Too much faffing around. Next one is more at my alley. It's Pretty Great Instant Coffee. I think that's from Lachlan Morton.
It is from Lachlan Morton. Yeah. So that was for Sarah.
I'm an instant coffee girl. I'm not afraid to say it.
You want a nice set of gravel wheels for your bike. It's the Hunt 4 Seasons gravel wheels.
Next is the Aerocoach Ornix handlebars.
The most aerodynamic handlebar in the world.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if it's because it's itself the most aero or because it forces that anatomical change. It pulls your shoulders in. But if you want to be cool on the group ride, rock up with an Ornix Aerocoach handlebar.
Pretty cool. Next up, Wash Shop Waxed Chain.
Waxing your chain can be a bit of a fluff. Like I have a bag of wax up there all year and I haven't opened it. You have to get the crock pot, you have to melt it, you have to de-strip the chain, dip it in the wax, let it dry. It just sounds like a lot of hassle. Just go get a pre-wax chain from Watch Shop.
Yeah. Lesign Micro Floor Drive Digital Pump.
Yeah, just the faffing about you do with a pump trying to figure out, is that on 50 or is that on 52 or 55? Digital pump is a game changer.
Yeah, I think I would go to digital the next one that I got.
Wahoo, I thought we had a separate, I don't know where they're gone. Wahoo Speedplay Aero Pedals, the most aerodynamic pedal in the game.
Okay, and next up is the NV Air Pressure Station.
This is so cool. So if you're building out like your dream setup, whether it's like a converted van or it's, a cool area you're working your bikes with proper stands. It's like a built-in, does the air pressure for you and gives you a really accurate digital readout. So it's a pump and the air pressure gauge all in one, but it's like not portable. It's like something you'd leave at home. Okay. It's awesome.
This is really good and I love mine. It's the Top Peak Smart D2 digital gauge.
Perfect for if you're riding across the city and you want your gravel tires hard and then you want to hit some trails and you want them a little bit softer. Just knowing what pressure you have in. And we have the new tire pressure calculator, which we've been rocking for the past few weeks. And we'll put a link to that down below so you don't have to guess your tire pressure anymore.
Yep. Then we have the old school Apple headphones. You're gone completely away from the Bluetooth. Anyway, they keep bouncing out.
They bounce out.
You lose
They're like
one all the time.
in between intervals. Like you can't take one out. Like, you finish an interval, the wired headphones, you just pull them down and they just drape. You finish an interval with your other headphones in. Like, what are you doing? You're holding them in your hands. You're trying to, no hands in the bars, looking for the box to put them back in. It's just a nightmare.
Yeah, we're going back to wired this year. That's the revival in 2025.
Number 78 is the Garmin Fenix 6X Pro Solar GPS watch. It is the badass GPS watch.
Yeah, it looks kind of cool as well. I'm not usually mad into those big chunky watches, but it does look kind of okay. Oh no, I can't believe this is on the list. I should have deleted this if I'd seen this. The quad lock.
So I've explained this before in the past. I don't have a quad lock. I will get one. The quad lock, you finish your day bike packing. You've used your Garmin or you've used your Wahoo to get to your destination. You get into town. You're taking it in turns each night. Someone's booking the Airbnb. You book the Airbnb. You get your confirmation on your phone. Now you're trying to ride through like Split in Croatia in traffic with no hands on the bars, looking at your phone to see where you're going next. You need a quad lock. Just go snap and follow the directions.
Yeah, for an instant like that, I think, but not rocking up on your Saturday ride with a quad lock.
Or for the next thing, which is the Ghibli real-time aero sensor, which we have one. Yep. And to use that in real time, you need your phone on your stem to be looking at the data. So again, another application for the quad lock.
The aero sensor would be a lovely gift for somebody who is into time trialing or kind of likes to geek out on getting aero. So that's a great suggestion for number 80. The next one is Park Tool Chain Check. I've never seen one of these either.
Check when your chain is worn. You just drop it on your chain and it tells you what the chain wear is because the chain stretches as it wears. So it just measures the stretch and tells you when it's time to get a new chain. So you don't just keep using them until they break.
Park Tool Chain Check.
Yep.
Okay, another similar thing.
No, not the same thing. You just read the same thing twice.
Oh, sorry.
82 is Pedro's tire levers. Self-explanatory. Amazing. 83 is a big gift. It is my favorite group set. It's the SRAM Red group set.
Yeah, imagine getting that, waking up Christmas morning, going down in your pajamas, opening up your present, and you've got a SRAM Red group set.
You wouldn't know what it was.
No, I'd be like, what? Anthony, what is this? Okay, next up we're going to move on to some apparel. We've got Rule 28 base layer. This is, you have this, you love this. This is like basically a ribbed bra.
Tricked out ribbed bra for aero. Number 85, I think is probably the coolest socks in the game. It's Pongo London socks.
Yeah. Yeah. Next up is the Lacal Arc lightweight rain jacket.
Brilliant for gravel.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely amazing. Then we have the ASOS Equip RS Aero gloves. Equip, pardon me. Aero gloves.
Butcher in the French. Number 88 doesn't have a brand name. It's just called a neck thingy. Every brand has one of them. It's like the scarf. You don't think you need one until you start wearing it, and then you can't imagine your life without it. You can't even go to the shop without putting the neck thingy on. I didn't know my neck could get cold till I took it off.
Neck thingy, snood. It's like
Buff do a nice neck thingy.
There we go.
Yeah. Buff do a nice neck thingy.
One. Okay, toe covers. Again, before this winter, I was a bit like, they look a bit random, and are they really that good? But they do work.
Toe covers are nice for when it's not quite shoe cover weather. Because it amazes me when you see people with no gloves and shoe covers on. Like, how is it warm enough to wear no gloves but cold enough to wear shoe covers? What a random day that is.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. Okay, next up is Quack shoes. I have these for my gravel riding. So comfortable, absolutely lovely. They look beautiful. Be careful with the sizing.
Number 91 is something to throw on under your helmet is a Rafa skull cap.
Yes, you're hiding the Rafa there under your helmet, are you? Next one up is a voucher for Distance. It's a cool e-com platform that aggregates all cycling brands in one space. Oh yeah, I have been on this. It's literally got everything.
Yeah, it's
in
really
one
cool
spot.
because whenever I log on to like any website for anything cycling related, it just doesn't do a good job of aggregating the cool stuff together.
Yeah.
The guys are from an e-com and fashion background. They've done a really good job of just
Can we explain
aggregating
to the
cool stuff.
listeners why I was a bit confused there? So it's distance, but you take out all the vowels. So it's DSYN.
No, I spelled that wrong.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So distance. Anyway, you'll find it out there.
Yeah, it's in the show notes.
Next up is Endura FS 260 Pro Slick Gloves.
Number 94, the Bont Vapor Plus shoes. I used to have a set of these until Sarah commandeered them. They're, I still think, the most aerodynamic shoe in the world. Super rigid. You put them in the oven to bake them, to mold them to your foot. I don't know if I'm ever getting them back off Sarah.
They're not for everybody. As I said, they're super rigid. They wouldn't be like the nimble ones that we said, lovely soft leather. But
no, they are exactly like the nimble ones.
Oh, are they?
Yeah. So that's the exact same type, really rigid carbon platform in the nimble ones as well.
Amazing. Next
very
up
different. Very different to the Quack ones, are with the real pliable sort of bendy soles on them. They're not an all-day shoe.
Yeah, you can't walk in them. You can't go carry your gravel bike around in them. Okay, Le Col Pro Bib tights.
My go-to. Love them. Casque Proton helmet. Beautiful helmet. I've normally been a puck man, but this is one that's caught my eye for the last year. But I would struggle to move away from puck, which I've used a race day helmet for probably a decade.
Yeah, I think I'm always going to be a puck girl. Okay, next is software and your indoor setup.
So on the first one on this is something we launched a couple of months ago, which is proven super popular. I started doing 30-minute consultations with people. Oftentimes it just needs that little bit of objectivity to figure out what's going on with your training, what's going on with your, broken systems that you have around your training. Been jumping on 30-minute calls. If anyone wants one of those, the link to those is in a bio, and it's a cool present.
Next up is a Strava Summit membership.
Everyone uses Strava. Just having a membership for that is brilliant. And likewise, all of us are indoor cycling at least once a week at the moment. Rouvy's our go-to platform for that. An annual subscription for Rouvy is a brilliant present.
Yeah, it's super. Next up we have Best Bike Splits.
You're really struggling with the alliteration, I think, are you? Strava Summit Best Bike Splits is a website for mapping and predicting time. So if you're going to do, say you want to do the local Holt Hill climb time trial, and you wanted to figure out what your pacing strategy should be, how many watts you should ride in the first half of it, it takes your historic training data, figures out your aero profile, your rolling resistance, the weather that evening, and it gives you a step-by-step pacing strategy to get the very most out of yourself. And it's shockingly accurate. Like, it's predicted Ironman times for people within a couple of minutes.
Oh, wow.
Like, it's a brilliant piece of software.
Wow, okay, that's a great shout. Next up is a subscription for Roller magazine.
You got me that last year for my birthday, and it was really cool.
Yeah, no, Valentine's Day a few years ago. You loved it, didn't you?
Yeah, it's really good.
It just kind of arrived every single month. It was just nice.
It's nice because we don't get any other magazines.
Yeah, we don't hold things anymore.
We're past 100 here. We're at 102, a Training Peaks subscription. Nearly all of us are using Training Peaks, and just not having that come out of your account each month would be a blessing.
Here's one I wasn't expecting to see, a iPad.
Indoor training.
Yeah, it does make life so much easier.
Having a nice iPad, and the next few are, I'll rattle through them because the next couple are all indoor solutions which make your life a lot easier. Having the iPad, a nice Bose speaker, and a good ground fan are all essential for nice experience riding indoors. And
next up is a Whoop membership. We love Whoop.
And it's just getting more and more relevant, figuring out plotting heart rate variability, sleep trends against performances on the bike. If you're not using it, you're just missing one of the 3 dimensions for performance. Yeah,
the data is getting even more accurate and brilliant on it as well. I check mine absolutely every morning. Okay.
107 is Morton Bike Herb. We've seen Mike Woods in the World Championships down the back of the bunch, and people thought he was eating porridge off the back of the bike. He was eating bike herb because it buffers lactate. Really cool present.
Pretty cool present. Next up is the Never Second gels. They're kind of taken over in regard to sports nutrition at the moment, so that's a great present.
Number 109, if you don't know what brand somebody eats, if they're Bicarb, Morton, Velo Forte, whatever, you could get a voucher for the feed, which is like an accumulator for all these brands.
Yeah, go to. Then we have Scratch Labs Hydration Mix, and they are really, really amazing.
Yeah, I had Alan Lim on the podcast, really big fan.
Yeah, huge focus on hydration, of course. And next up is the LMNT electrolytes. I use them every single day, every time.
Pretty much have one every morning.
Every day. Yeah, not even just on the bike. An amazing gift. Okay, next up for recovery, Anthony.
It's the Normatec Space Boots. Everyone kind of has a visual of what these look like. It's getting your legs into the boots, just inflating them, blasting that pressure on them really helps with recovery.
Massage gun, another really easy, kind of cheap-ish one to get for the cyclist in your life, a massage gun.
Number 14, and you could even pass this off as a present for the missus. It's the Vitamix blender. Where you could say, hey, it's for you for doing a bit of baking or something.
It's sexist. If you got me a Vitamix blender, like get the boat.
It's like getting you a Hoover.
Oh, no, do you know what I would love? A dishwasher.
But it's magic for coming in for recovery rides. You think about like Yuri Carlson gave the kind of recommendations or prescription for post-ride, how many grams of carbs versus protein you need, the 4-to-1 ratio. You don't have to be having a commercial recovery drink. You can just eyeball that with banging in handfuls of fruit and some protein powder and mix it up into a nice little smoothie for yourself.
You also don't have to get the Vitamix one. I think they're one of the most expensive one on the market.
What one have we got? KitchenAid.
We've KitchenAid, but like there's a million, the Nutri bullets, any
Get
of
the
those
Vitamix one because you can blend golf clubs with it.
Next up are Skins compression tights.
Yes, they're nice to throw on after a spin. Yeah.
Oh, I don't know what these are.
Yeah,
I think Skims, that's the Kardashian brand of underwear. So not those.
Not those. Skins, they're just a nice set of tights you pull on after a spin. They're compression, they're tight. They're like the socks they give out ones for traveling.
Oh yeah, okay.
They're like them, but full body version of that. And number 16 and last is if you're struggling after a session, it's nice to kind of rub this into your legs. It's Better You magnesium gel.
Or get someone to rub it in for you.
Even better. That could be your Christmas voucher you could give to someone as well.
IOU.
One massage.
Ooh, I need to lie down after that.
Folks, that was a comprehensive 116 gift suggestions for you or to buy a loved one this Christmas. Thanks for tuning in. There's another episode up here which I know you're going to love, and please do me a favor, it's coming up to Christmas, subscribe to the channel. See you soon.